We are looking live.
Right.
Okay. Episode 216, here we go. Hello, and welcome to episode 216 of the Nerd Extravaganza podcast, where we're all fantastic beasts and are pets to no man, I think. I'm, I was going to come up with some kind of a clever pet name for myself, but I'm just Tom. Hi.
I'm Brian.
And I'm cat-like Quick Cam.
There you go. I knew somebody would work one out us spur of the moment like that. And this week, first of all, we'll remind you, you can check us out on iTunes. Don't ever forget. You don't want to forget because if you do, you won't be able to go back and listen to this episode, which is all about fantastic pets, which we will discuss in the wake of me getting a fantastic pet, a dog, my first dog ever.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's a cute little dude. So that inspired a nice conversation of making up some fantasy pets that we will craft. God knows what kind of awful chimera we will come up with, but let's find out. First, though, let's oh man, I was all loaded with like pet puns and everything, but just completely, yeah. Let's just dig our way back a week and see what we've been up to with our weekly update. Cam, what have you been up to, man?
I will caw and tell you all about my week. Let's see. I'm in Ohio, in case you guys didn't notice the change of scenery. I'm at the Origins World Game Fair in Columbus, Ohio. I started out my week in Cleveland, Ohio. My companion is from Cleveland. Her family lives in Cleveland, so we went up at the end of last week, stayed with her family, hung out, and then I came over here, drove over here to Columbus, which is about an hour and a half drive, to volunteer and work for Yellow, the game company, at their booth here at Origins. So pretty much been doing that all week. Over the weekend when I was in Cleveland, we did some fun stuff, went out to some nice restaurants, went to Cedar Point, which had some amazing roller coasters and amazing rides. Rode all those roller coasters. It was so good, so much fun. And otherwise, it was pretty low-key, just hung out with her family and, got to know them, played a bunch of board games, introduced them to Ticket to Ride, Splendor, a couple other games, Skull, and I think Love Letter. So we had fun doing that, and I'm just looking forward to the rest of the con this week.
Nice. That is, as usual, a very impressive geekly weekly update from you, Cam. And one I'm sure Brian is more than ready to top.
No, not really. Kind of a slow week. About the only exciting thing I did was Saturday. Our buddy George hosted his company / hosted a LAN party at the Adventure Game Store.
Yeah.
And that was actually like my first real LAN party. Like I had like people come over, and I've always had like 2 or 3 computers in the house and we play games, but like sitting around cramped spaces with a laptop and playing the same game for hours. The first time I've ever done that. Kind of exciting, kind of fun. And kind of sad because Diablo 2 was just a much better game than Diablo 3. Really breaks my heart.
Yeah, I forgot. Actually, I haven't only played it a little bit, but I'm inclined to agree.
Other than that, not a whole lot. Been watching the E3 footage, kind of hoping something exciting would happen. Not yet.
I'm sure Cam will weigh in with some awesome stuff during the news segment that we missed.
Here's hoping.
All right, man. Anything else?
No.
All right, cool. Brings it around to me. Yeah, I also participated in George's event at the Adventure Game Store. It was sponsored actually by a company called Tagnana, as I recall. Brian, what is their what is Tagnana's shtick for people who haven't heard of it?
communities of content. So you can have, it like Reddit, but instead of like, using Reddit to have a community and then going out to Imager or going out to YouTube or going out to whatever, it's just all right there. So you don't have to leave the site.
Cool. And that's also George's company. So little plug for our friend. That was a really cool event, and yeah, I had not done any LAN gaming in ages. Last time I did was like Halo something, some iteration of Halo, and it was fun. I had a great time, and it's stuff like that that makes you remember how much you love video games. I had a great time, and actually, in spite of the fact that I was like way too many levels below everybody else and therefore not advancing, I was just kind of not trying my best to not die. It was still fun. Interesting thing I noticed though. Oh, people were so much better when they were all in the same room playing together. They were so much more considerate. No, these guys were like in their like level 30, and I'm like level 6, trailing along like, yeah, no experience, not surviving, about to die. Nope, nothing. But still fun, and hopefully we do more of those. I thought that was a cool and unique use of the normally RPG and tabletop space at the Adventure Game Store and Dragon's Lair, our sponsor and local gaming haunt here in South Florida. And let's see, apart from that, what else have I done? I know I've done other interesting things, but I can't think of them at the moment. So, I ordered that really cool Odin Sphere Collector's Edition after seeing it at your house, Brian.
Good man.
Yeah, another game to add to the stack of games I will never end up playing. Sadly.
I mean, that's the kind of game you can actually like put with your books, though, like the art book and the storybook presentation and all that kind of stuff. Like that'll look good, That's a collectible, not just a game.
Yeah, just cool thing to have on your shelf, basically. And let's see, that's about it. Also, kind of have had not a lot of time to pay attention to E3, but I think good stuff may come out of it. I don't know. I'm sure we'll hear in our next segment, which we should probably kick off now that I'm done. Cam, it's news time. News stravaganza.
All right, let's do it. Sometimes you need a little bit of quick cash, and over in China, you can get a quick loan if you're willing to give a nude selfie as collateral. These loans have become quite common among university students. They go to lenders. They can get anywhere from like couple $100 to $2,500, $2,400 for just for a nude selfie. As long as they pay it back, the selfie is deleted or returned, and that's it. If not, it is used on the internet as however they can make money. Probably on some notorious sites that none of us ever go to. So yeah, if you're in China and you need some quick cash, just hit up the Shylocks.
That's bad. Is that being held to blackmail you, or because they can actually like sell it to nudechina.com, which isn't a site that I'm aware of?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's. I mean, look, collateral is essentially blackmail, whether it's a mortgage on your property or it's a mortgage, or it's a nude selfie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is meant to secure your repayment for something. So, basically, I think, they're holding on to that is for them to pay it back, and then if they don't, then they use it to get money however they can. They become the owner of the property.
They become owner of your bare ass.
Yes, indeed. Very, very interesting. A woman, very industrious and conniving woman, tried to kill her husband with genital rotting.
Oh.
She was placing. She just wanted him dead, but genital rotting basically ended up, happening. Again, in China. I don't know what the hell's going on in China. But a woman was poisoning her husband's underwear. So that's how she was delivering the poison, via the crotchal area.
Crotch rot killing?
Yeah. So she basically put, doses of this paraquat herbicide, basically like, pest killer, soaked it into her husband's underpants, then dried it in the sun. So they were dry, but they were, it was obviously had been soaked with this herbicide. And the guy basically put on his underwear every day, not knowing. So he ended up with intense burning, irritation, and almost basically stopped breathing. He almost died. And they finally figured it out, though. So she's going to jail.
Wow.
At least have the decency to shoot the fucker. Like
I know, right? I mean, don't mess with the man's junk. I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah. Unacceptable.
So basically, E3, I didn't have a lot. I mean, it's just so virtual reality heavy. You know what I mean? Everyone and their mother has virtual reality rigs and setups and backpacks and wearables and all kinds of stuff. The Pick Neo looks pretty cool. It's got a little headset and a little controller that you can use. Looks pretty fun. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. I mean, look, if you want to look, go on E3 and check it out. But it's just so VR heavy. It's like we're at that point where it's just the market is just getting so saturated with everyone's VR tech. I'm hoping that one will break from the pack and become the go-to system, or else we're going to be stuck with just non-connected systems with all kinds of different software, all kinds of different hardware, and we need to figure it out basically. So
now, fall in line. Facebook's going to get it one way or the other.
Yeah, yeah. That's my takeaway from E3. Actually, there was a funny story about Facebook in the news. Apparently, by 2021, Facebook will be all video.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, there will be no more like pics or text or anything like that. It's going to be all video by 2021.
Wow.
So
that says something about the state of the internet. We'll all have like ultra broadband lines, I guess, by that point, or at least they assume we are going to.
Yeah, and you're just going to be like, you just get on. It's just going to be like a live stream of your life, basically, on Facebook. Pretty crazy. And my last news item, pretty sad news for us. It's not national news or whatever, but a good buddy of ours, Jim Woods, who was a longtime RPG gamer at the Adventure Game Store, our sponsor, passed away a couple days ago. And so, we want to extend our condolences and our heartfelt prayers and love to his family. We really liked him. He was a good guy, good heart, always willing to crack a smile and crack a joke. And he's just a good all-around guy, and we're sad to see him go.
Yeah, I agree. Really, really nice guy, really great guy. Actually, one of the first people I think that we met that we liked. Well, yeah, that sounds negative, but he was one of the first people I remember meeting at the Adventure Game Store back when we first revisited it several years ago, Brian. And I remember thinking he was a pretty nice guy.
Yeah.
That's a shame. He will be missed.
He will be drinking his blue monster in the sky in heaven.
Oh man, that was we were put on notice. There's a communal refrigerator at the Adventure Game Store for our listeners, and not for our listeners, to let you know, listeners. And you put money in the kitty and buy a soda or whatever, but it's known not to touch the blue monsters because that's like his personal stash that he keeps on a shelf. And he would. The only thing I think he would ever really get angry about was you taking those.
And he wouldn't even get mad about that. He was just like, those are my blue monsters. Please don't drink. I mean, he's such a sweet guy. It was just felt bad.
Yeah, me too, man. Anyway, that is terrible, and sorry for the store's loss, the community's loss, and of course his family's loss.
Yeah. And that rounds out my news.
Okay, kind of on a personal down note, but definitely worth a mention. And with that, let's cheer things up. Let's bring the mood back up.
Let's talk about kitties and puppies.
Kitties and puppies and whatnot, yeah. So I'll start by saying that having a dog is kind of cool. I've never had a dog, and he is cool. He does dumb things and acts stupid, and it's really cute. And grabs our shoes, and we named him Swiper because he grabs our shoes. He'll swipe your shoes and go and put them in like a pile. He builds a little nest and then he just sleeps on them. It's the weirdest thing. I'm sure it's a common thing among dogs.
Does he chew them though, or he just
No, he
just
doesn't.
takes
No,
them?
no damage, no chewing. He just wants to lay on them. He's really weird. Like you take him off, he grabs them immediately. Brian, I think your dogs do that with your socks, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
It's so weird. So,
Swipey
anyway,
and Saki.
Saki, yeah.
My dogs are pretty small. They probably couldn't run off with my shoes.
This dude's pretty small, but he has just like a lot of strength in him, in his soul. And he's also sitting on my lap, so forgive me if I keep looking down. To our video listeners, viewers rather. Anyway, I definitely think pets are cool now, and so because of that, I thought we might do an episode on improving pets by basically coming up with fantasy pets we like. Now that could be from a popular piece of pop culture or fiction that you like, or just something you make up on the fly. But this will be a kind of fun, quick little episode where we just sort of come up with creatures we would not mind having as pets. So, Brian, why don't you go first, man? What would make up your fantasy pet?
Dude, this is like really giving away my age, but dude, I always wanted a Daggett
A Daggett from
Battlestar Galactica.
Okay, yeah, the little like what is that little mechanical dog thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's because dogs are extinct, right? So they needed the Daggets.
That child's pet died.
Okay, so they gave him that one.
All dogs are not extinct, but his was.
Didn't it have like radar dish eyes or something?
Ears, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if we're allowed to have, like non-organic pets, I want K9 from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I want an organic pet. I want a. So you know how they have pygmy pigs? Like supposedly they have these little pygmy pigs that don't grow up to be very large. These little teacup pigs.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Well, I want like a teacup dewback from Star Wars, the fat little lizard creatures.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I'm not a big reptile guy, but I just feel like they're like little pigs. And having a teacup one would be kind of cute. I don't know if I'd want a full size dewback though. That seems like it would eat a lot of bugs.
I want the Catman from Red Dwarf.
Well, leave your cat to evolve, and
Yeah, for however many million years.
By the way, that was all inbreeding, right? Like, wasn't it all just breeding within the same litter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankenstein was pregnant.
That's right. That's right. Wow. So, however many years. What's his name? I can't even think of Lister. Yeah, however many years Lister was out, I forgot now.
There's either 3 or 6 million, I think.
Yeah, enough cat inbreeding over that time will produce a really cool, stylish cat. By the way, I thought I read something online that they're doing a new season of Red Dwarf. Was that true?
Yeah.
Really? That'd be awesome.
Is that like coming out soon, or because I would love to watch that?
I think the only plans for it right now are on the BBC channel Bob.
Mm.
But yeah, I think it's season 9,
Sweet.
and I'm sure it'll be on DVD.
I wonder, are all the casts still kicking? I hope.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Let's see. Well, is it Holly? Well, no, Holly was replaced by that lady, right? Like pretty early on, anyway, right?
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Okay.
He came back like towards the end.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I kind of want an effects upgrade, but I kind of don't because the show is like perfect, and I've watched it recently, and of course it looks a bit more dated, but I still think it's great. Oh man, Red Dwarf. Wait, okay, so that got us off on a tangent, but back on task, gentlemen, back on task. So, what else? Brian, go again. What other kind of a fantasy pet might you like?
Co-Dragon.
Do I not know what that is?
It's more like a lap-sized, non-intelligent dragon. It's like a bestial dragon, not like a sapient dragon.
Ah, okay. So like just as you said, okay, a dumb little lap dragon. All right, that sounds Cool. I don't know why I've never heard the term co-dragon. Guess I'm not the fantasy reader I thought I was.
D&D Monster Manual.
Oh man, way behind. Okay, so a co-dragon, a great little pet, and they don't grow much larger than lap-sized.
Yeah, they're not actually dragons. They just kind of like look like dragons, but yeah, they're like dog-sized. It'd be great. Just put it right in your lap and be
Sweet.
very menacing with a little mini dragon in your lap, I think.
We're growling at people, man. I like it. How about you, Cam? You got another one?
I don't know if this qualifies as a pet, but I want like an avatar from like Avatar.
Oh, you.
What's the name of those guys? What the
The
A Navi?
Navi.
Yeah, I want one of those.
Cam, you
That's
want a
a different
slave?
episode, Cam.
Yeah.
Wait, you
Yeah,
effectively want a slave.
Yeah, well, hey, I mean, come on. Maybe it's one that like lost its like brain function in an accident, falling from a tree or something.
Well, they do connect to that planet-wide intranet. So the brain might have gotten scrambled. So you just have one that functions but doesn't think.
Yeah, exactly. Like he fell and he died. He lost his brain power, and then I just I Skype into his head. Like, what the?
All right.
And
No,
I, go
I don't
out
know if that's.
and I connect my tail with my horse and I fly in the air.
That's a new kind of. That's almost just like an extra body at that point. I'm not sure that that's a pet.
All right. Well, then I want to be an avatar so I could ride one of those flying horses. Then that'll be my
Okay.
pet.
I wouldn't mind like being those people. Yeah, but I'm not really clear about. Like, I like how the humans went to that planet and they were like, yeah, we have this whole like naturally occurring organic network, like planet-wide network that we could just connect to with our ponytails.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? And they're like, no, we just want like this mineral. We don't care about that. That's not
Yeah,
interesting at all.
Yeah.
Like that's not useful technology.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. I want to be an avatar so I could go tame a Torok and I could fly the Torok around and just dive bomb people.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Dive bomb unobtainium miners.
Yeah.
They're making like I think 4 more of those or something. I think he wants to make 5. And
the park.
What's that?
And the park.
Oh, and a theme park. I liked Avatar. I'm looking forward to the next one and the 3 more after that. Actually.
Yeah, I want to be. I would be on the side of the natives. I wouldn't. I'd dive bomb the human mining operation.
I think I would.
Torok.
I would rather join the humans because like I found the Navi a little annoying. Like they were so tropey and like just like stereotypical.
Yeah.
Like I'm like you guys are doing a disservice to humanity by being so similar to our stereotypes. So I'm gonna be a stereotypical like militarist and kill you.
Yes.
That one guy, the evil general guy, was kind of badass though. You got to admit.
He was a badass fighter, but what a dick.
Oh, he's a total toolbox. Like, yeah, this is their most secret site. Oh, let's go blow it up.
Yeah. Let's just knock down that big ass tree that everyone's living in for thousands of years.
Yeah, like I like how humanity has become spacefaring and all this, and like they're like straight up like, yeah, these guys are not cool with us mining, like strip mining their planet for this unobtainium. So let's just kill them all. They brought it on themselves by being here.
Manifest destiny.
Okay, I guess I can't join the military guys. I just like their mechs and stuff. They're like kind of cool.
Yeah, the mechs were badass.
I can't join that faction. All right. Back around to me. I think I would like. Are you guys? Well, I know you are, Brian. But are you familiar with Chocobos, Cam, from Final Fantasy?
Yes, I know about Chocobos.
I want like one of the little chicks. Like I don't want like a mount. I want like a little baby animal. So like there's like the little chicks that are like half in their shell. As they're depicted that way sometimes. I would like a Chocobo chick to keep. And I've got another Final Fantasy pet I might like too, but maybe I'll discuss that next round. What do you guys? Do you think a Chocobo? I mean, what would it eat? Oh, they eat greens. They're like vegan. They eat like Gishal greens or something like that, right, Brian?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Be a Chocobo tamer. And I'm going to breed him, and I'm going to race him at the Golden Saucer. I'm going to win. I'm going to get the spell Knights of the Round, and then I'm going to defeat Sephiroth. Even though he's just a baby. Brian, back to you.
did destroy like 9 planets in the fight, but
Over and over.
yeah.
See, that should have been a one-time thing. Like once you've destroyed the solar system, you can't like cast the same spell. Oh boy. Anyway, over to you, Gabride.
So you can kind of have one of these, but the fantasy aspect is I want like a good one. Remember Aibo?
Oh yeah, the little dog.
Somebody's robot dog,
Yeah.
but like not Aibo. Like
Wasn't Ibo kind of useless?
yeah, I think he yapped, and that was pretty much it.
Oh, yeah, that's useless by my definition. As I say that, my dog that is on my lap, like my arm's falling asleep because he's resting his head on my arm, and I move it, and then he just finds another way to rest his head on my arm. Ibo wouldn't do that. I could replace you with Ibo.
Or just unplug Aibo.
That's old
my
technology.
arm.
Like, what's up, Brian?
I want my arm back.
Ibo's old too, right? Like I gotta imagine like a modern day Ibo could be really sophisticated.
Yeah, it's probably 15 years old, I guess.
Yeah. Ibo 2. I mean, that thing's basically like Verbot now. Like that's how outdated it is. Ibo 7.0. You think we'll get to virtual pets? You think like I've got a robot vacuuming my house. Am I gonna have a vacuum? Am I gonna have a robot fetching my slippers?
No, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
If they can make them furry and cute, and they don't poop, you have to feed them. I don't know. That might be all right.
Yeah.
You're on notice,
I don't know
dog. You better
I
be
don't know
good.
about personality though, you know.
Well, my dog actually like shook when I said that.
It's
like
got a little
freaking out.
whimper.
All right. He's having like a dream or something here, or dying, or having a seizure. Do they hiccup? What's he doing? I can't figure out what my dog's doing right now.
He might be having a dream. Is he really asleep? Like,
Yeah, he's like sleeping on my. No, his eyes are open now. You all right? Sorry for the live triage during the show, audience.
No worries, man. We don't want your dog to die.
I don't know what he was doing there. Yeah, I won't get rid of you. Okay, so an Ivo, that's kind of cool. Got another one, Cam?
This is probably worse than the Avatar one. I want a Khandra.
A what?
A Khandra from the Mistborn series. Have you read the
wow.
Mistborn series?
No, I have not, sadly. What is a Khandra?
Khandra is, they have these things called mist wraiths, which are like just these big lumbering like animals that are out in the mists, and they just devour anything that they come across, and then they can use the bones, and they can like basically replicate whatever they ate using the bones that they've acquired. So it's like they're this amalgamation of like, just think of like a big lumbering like slug, but it's like got like arms of a human, legs of a hoofed animal, like head of a whatever, just all kinds of things just jutting out from them, and then they turn into what's called a Khandra, which is like a basic they're not very sentient, the mist wraiths, but the Khandras are sentient, and they essentially digest whatever you give them. So like they could eat you, Tom, and then become you, everything like you almost to a T, essentially.
With
and
my
then,
brain, or just they would just look like me?
They would look like you, sound like you. I think Brian, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they do have. Yeah, I think they do have a lot of your memories, and then basically they are under contract. So they are sort of like pets. Like once they become under a contract with you, they have to do whatever you say.
Whoa.
And so if you had a Khandra under contract, the Khandra could turn into a dog or whatever. Any carcass or bones you gave them, they could turn into.
Could you mix things? Could I have like a cat dog?
I mean, if they had the proper skeletons and animal parts, yeah, I don't see why not.
That sounds like a great pet, and they're intelligent.
Well, I mean, they're portrayed as, sort of human in the books, so, but like they have this contract, so I guess you get into the issues of, well, is he really my slave? But he's under contract. I don't know.
You can enslave a Navi. You can enslave a Khandra.
Yeah.
I mean, you're actually highlighting a kind of uncomfortable aspect of pet ownership, which is that the pet is kind of your slave. Like, it's there to fill a role in your life. I guess it has no choice. It will do as you say.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm my dog's slave.
I don't know, Cam. I mean,
I mean,
Who walks who?
I've got to feed her whenever she wants. I've got to take her out whenever she wants. I've got to clean up her poop, clean up her
Oh, that's
pee,
true. My
give
dog
her a
doesn't
place
pick up
to
my poop.
stay. Take her to the doctor, pay for prescription food because she has kidney disease.
Oh my.
Treat her cancer, which was 10 grand.
Yikes! Really?
My dog has cost me roughly $30,000 over the last 2 to 3 years with kidney disease, cancer. She had eye ulcers. She's on prescription food. She's on medication for the rest of her life. She has a cardiologist. So she has heart disease. She has a cardiologist. She has a cardiologist. She has an oncologist. She has a regular doctor. She has more doctors than I do, basically. And she's got an ophthalmologist.
I did not know there was this much specialization in veterinary medicine. That is.
Oh, yes.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, actually. Anyway.
Between her and my companion, I'm going to have to come out of retirement. So
what, does the companion need veterinary care too, or what?
No, she's pretty good. She's actually not that expensive. Most of the time.
Neither is mine when she's not saddling me with dogs. Jeez. Cool. All right, back around to me. Wow, I don't know if I could top that Kandra creature. Let's see. I was gonna go with another Final Fantasy creature, but as I'm thinking, what kind of fantasy pet would I like? See, I don't know enough about Pokemon to pick the best one, so I can't pull a Pokemon out of my hat.
Eevee.
What's that?
Eevee.
Which one's Eevee?
The cat.
The cat that's not the cat that hangs out with Team Rocket?
No, that's Meowth.
Oh,
Eevee's I don't know, it looks like a cat.
I don't know enough.
Volteon, Flareon.
Oh! I know what I would get. I would actually have Yoshi from Mario.
Yeah, Yoshi's the man.
Super Mario World version of Yoshi. I don't know. I guess they all do this, but the one that eats stuff and then poops out cool stuff or shoots fire or. Well, I guess it depends on what game you're playing. But my Yoshi would have all those capabilities. And so that everything I fed him, it's kind of like your pet, Cam, but a little cuter. But anything I feed him, he produces something of use to me, like turns me into a fireball throwing Mario,
or a banana to drop on something, drop in front of someone's path.
Mario Kart situations. He's very versatile.
My Conjure is going to eat your Yoshi and then turn into the Yoshi.
Well, here's what's going to happen. When your Condor comes to try to attack us, I will leap off of my Yoshi and sacrifice him to your animal as I leave.
That's the other cool thing about the Conjures is that they're almost immortal, basically. They just even when they take wounds, they can just eat another body and just turn into it.
Why are they not in charge? Why are the humans running them?
Oh no, it was the Lord Ruler that kept them in check, basically, in the series.
Ah. I've got to read this. Is sounding too intriguing for me not to read at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great series. I recommend it to anyone.
Brian, I think, recommended it to me 20 years ago already, a couple of years back. So I need to get into reading again. Too busy. Okay, let's do one more round and then we will go take care of our real life pets.
Yeah.
Brian, kick off the last round.
The only thing fantasy about this is how much space you need to treat them and be a responsible owner. Dude, I want a capybara.
Oh, really?
I love those things.
What are they like? What are their mannerisms?
They're giant hamsters.
Is that basically it? They more or less behave like a giant rodent or whatever a hamster is? What do they eat? Just plants?
Yeah. Cabbages and corns and...
Cabbages and corns.
That doesn't sound too bad. All right, well, you should get one then. I mean, if they're good house pets.
They're pack animals. You gotta have 2 or 3, and they're semi-aquatic, so you need a lake.
Well, that's right. All right, well, let's build Ganza HQ on a lake and have a pack of them. That sounds like a plan.
I love it.
Cam, what about you? You can't, even though you're obligated to get one of these creatures now for Ganzo HQ, you still have to come up with another one.
I want a direwolf
Ooh,
from A Song of Ice and Fire. I mean,
that would be cool.
I want a direwolf that I can walk into and trot through the land and fight things and eat things. Um, I think that would be awesome to have a direwolf.
I agree. That would be really cool. Mm.
Or I was going to say, alternatively, I want that robot from iRobot. Not just the regular run-of-the-mill bootleg robots. I want the one that was like created to, help out Will Smith.
Oh, the intelligent one or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, were we saying we didn't like that movie the other day?
Oh yeah, it's a terrible movie, but I like that. I want that robot. I think Alan Tudyk was the guy from Firefly was the voice of that.
Okay.
So I want a robot with Alan Tudyk's voice.
I like that movie for the record. I'll say that again.
You're very easy when it comes to movies.
If I hate a movie, I really hate it, but usually I don't hate a movie.
Independence Day 2 coming out soon, Tom.
Oh my God! By the way, the
Ghostbusters.
trailer for that looks like dog shit. Sorry, buddy. It looks like the first trailer was like kind of like serious. I'm like, oh, maybe they're like, okay. And then like this one, like it's all the same. Like, oh, she's pissed. You're gonna die. Ooh, like, just like, oh God.
Who's like the main like hunk in that movie, like the main hero?
The kid who plays Will Smith's son, I would guess, right? Who is not Will Smith's son, or is it Will Smith's son?
No, I thought they got like the leading actor. Like who they get to like be the?
Wasn't Will Smith the leading actor in the last one?
No, yeah, I know in the first one, but I mean in the second one.
Let me see what this kid's name
Are they
is.
being that cheesy and like they're gonna have like his son or something? Like,
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum in the trailer. It's already like, I knew your father. He was the best man ever, and it's like this younger kid. Will Smith's not in it, but this younger kid who's also a pilot, who I guess is his son, from what I gather.
wow, that's pretty shitty.
And his lines in the first trailer were like, "They'll never take our planet." I'm like, all right, this is a guy I can get behind. But then in the last one, he's like, "I'm gonna get you," and like, "Yeah, you're gonna die." Like he had like a smack talking like WWE type personality, like Will Smith was in the first movie. I'm like, oh God, no. No.
Jesse Usher?
That's Usher's son.
That seems like that's the. I've never heard of the guy. Have you?
No. You haven't seen the new trailer? It like brings back all the like horrible stuff from the first one.
I did not see.
They even recreated the scene where the alien like pushes a guy up against the glass with a tentacle and makes him talk. Like, have you seen that in the trailer?
No.
Remember when they did that with Brett Spiner? They like pushed him up against the glass. He's alive, by the way, and in this movie.
Oh, that's so good.
But yeah, they had the same thing where like they pick it up and they literally buy a tentacle up against the glass and they're making him talk. And I guess their queen is coming to town, and yeah, she's mad or something stupid.
Oh, but they got Liam Hemsworth in there, kid from Thor's little brother from the Hunger Games.
Oh, they got Thor. They got little Thor.
Yeah, they got baby Thor. They got Vivica Fox. Wow, where's she been? Bill Pullman, of course. Jeff Goldblum. And then Jesse Usher as the kid. Brent Spiner, yeah, I see him there.
Wait, Vivica Fox wasn't the stripper girlfriend in the first one, was she?
Oh yeah, she was.
Oh. Okay, so she's back.
Micah Moore, a little blonde actress. I don't know what she.
She's probably Randy Quaid's like lost kid. I bet you Randy Quaid comes back like from the alien like netherworld to haunt us again.
That would be so awesome.
No, it would not. This movie's gonna suck.
Oh man, Celia Ward, she's pretty.
You helped me come up with my last pet, actually. I wish that I had, as my fantasy pet, the golden retriever that defied physics and escaped an explosion by ducking down a hallway. Kind of thing. I wish I had that dog as a pet so I could save him or her from being a part of Independence Day.
Yes. Take him out of that misery.
Yes. No dog deserves that.
That's too funny, man. Yeah, so I guess that's Independence Day 2. Wow.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be great. Seriously, watch the trailer. It looks just as bad as the first one.
I'll have to check it out.
Oof. God, we need to do a post Independence Day 2.
Oh, for sure, we're doing that.
If you want me to get negative on a movie, this is your best chance, because I can't tell you how much I hate the first one. I hate it so much I love to hate it, and every time I watch it, there's new annoying stuff about it, and yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. But that's it for pets. We've covered quite a few fantasy pets. Do you have any more you guys want to toss in, or you want to toss this episode into the can, as it were, and call it an episode?
I think I'm good.
All right, Brian?
All set.
Okay. Well, with that said, then, I just said with that said again. See, I'm never going to break my old habits.
Get a rubber band.
What do you smack yourself when you do stupid stuff?
Just pop it.
Yeah.
You can get a pet to remind you to not do that.
Yeah, I should train my dog to bark at me when I say stuff over and over again. But with our episode now concluded, there we go, I will remind pet lovers everywhere that they can check out this podcast. Think of our episode list as a rescue for episodes, and you can go adopt one anytime you like on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play Music.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, add us to your Google Circle, and join the Nerdstravaganza HQ group on Facebook.
Dig your way on over to nerdstravaganza.com, our amazing website where you can find this and all of our back episodes. Wag your way on over to YouTube and check out this and all of our other video content. And send us an email at nerdstravaganza.com and tell us what kind of animals you want in your stable.
Thank you, Cam. Brian, unleash our audience by ending this episode.
Okay, wait. Before we end, I have to completely embarrass my companion. We were playing this game, Cartoon Network. It's like a deck builder, like DC deck building, but it's based on like Cartoon Network and all their shows or whatever.
Yep.
And one of the cards basically says that everyone has to act like and sound like basically a zoo animal for 10 seconds. And she, I guess, was thinking in her head of doing a cow and a sheep, but she couldn't decide which one to do. And then when it came to her turn, she went, "Boo!" so she like mixed the ba and the moo together somehow, and it came out "boo."
That is hilarious.
Oh my God. It was hands down one of the funniest things I've ever heard. So yeah, that's my final animal. I want a cat, or I want a cow sheep mix.
Whatever you want, whatever your companion was imagining there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my. Awesome. All right. Well, good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Take good care of your pets.
See you guys.
Don't get
Take
them
care.
spayed and neutered too. Don't forget.
Bob Barker.
Bye.